A look at competition between the new breed and Chris Barnes and the seasoned, very successful veteran in Norm Duke, who is up right now. And you take a look at his play on the spring tour. His best finish, the Johnny Petraglia Open, but he has been nursing a thumb injury, and that's probably a good part of the reason why Norm has not performed to his peak.
It certainly is. It hasn't bothered him this week. He throws the first ball, leaving the seventh pin. And what he's had to do, he's had to patch his thumb right over the nail because the nail on his right thumb is actually starting to come off a little bit. Ball comes in light. He shakes him up, but the seventh pin will not reply. Thinks he has a chance to strike. Not too pleased, but quality shot for the first frame.
And Duke converts in the championship match in the first frame, which will send Chris Barnes up on the approach, our shootout round winner.
And we'll see if Barnes can keep the momentum that he had in the last game.
And a strike for Barnes. This has been a good house for Norm Duke. 6 out of 9 years he has competed in the Oregon Open. He has finished in the top 4, including a victory in 1995. He loves the house, and he has bowled very well here.
He likes the fact that he's able to play the outside line here. That gives him just a little bit of an edge over the other players, and that's the reason that he feels he's done so well here in Portland.
And Barnes on a roll. He opens up with a double.
Fast start for Chris Barnes. Knows he's up against a veteran player, Norm Duke. Wants to get off to a fast start. Good projection. Look at those eyes.
Norm Duke now 16 career titles in the PBA.
Solid 10 for Norm Duke. Great shot from Duke. Good projection down the lane. Watch the 6 pin. It's going to go around the 10 pin. Part of the game of bowling. A lot of good shots. Don't strike. But Norm needs to make this fair. Forget about it. And he pulled it. Oh my. Something distracted Norm. I'm not sure what it was. But for Duke, he's going to have to put that behind him now as he's behind by 22 pins, Gary.
Down early to Chris Barnes, and Barnes again opening up with a couple of strikes here. He has really found his line, Marshall.
Barnes is tough right now. Duke wants the crowd to make a little more noise. And his first strike on lane 33 in the third frame.
Barnes is average this week on the TV pair of lanes, 241. Solid performance for him all week long. Chris getting married on July 17th to Linda Norrie, who bowls on the women's tour. She just won the doubles championship with Kim Kennedy in Las Vegas 3 weeks ago.
Now, Chris probably not thinking about his fiancée at this point, just thinking about the opportunity to win his second title of the year, really put himself in the running for Player of the Year as he's up by 32 pins.
Right now, you can get Disney Plus and Hulu for just $2.99 a month. A price so low, you'll want it.
Early on for Barnes. The first 3 for Chris Barnes will be up again now. 4th frame. Championship match.
Four in a row for Chris Barnes. And could he be thinking about the $100,000 for a 300 game? A little early for that. Chris Barnes staring down the pin. You know, Gary, Norm Duke in his last 3 tournaments that he has been tournament leader, he's won. Same ringing 10 pin that he left in the second frame. A chance to get back into the game. Watch the 6 pin. It's going to go around the bottom of the 10. And the reaction of Norm Duke is one of, how can this possibly happen? He makes the 10-pin this time.
Well, next week we're going to be in Las Vegas at the Showboat Hotel, Casino, and Bowling Center for the Showboat Invitational next Saturday, 2 o'clock Eastern Time on CBS Sports. And the lead increases for Barnes, 42 now, as they bowl in the 5th frame. Norm Duke is up.
Striking on lane 33, making great shots on 34 for Duke, but not able to knock the 10-pin down as yet. He'll have to figure that out if he wants any chance against Chris Barnes.
And Barnes now in the 5th, again looking to remain perfect as he did in the shootout round through 5.
Right up the back of the ball. That solid 10 for Chris Barnes. The same thing that Norm Duke's done on lane 34. You'll see just the instant replay of what happened to Norm Duke on that. He liked it. Didn't like what was left, though. Hard and straight, makes the spare, and remains 41 pins ahead.
Well, for in-depth sports coverage with late-breaking news, updated scores and stats, go to cbs.sportsline.com or on America Online, enter keywords CBS Sportsline. Barnes breaks the string, but still a comfortable lead at this point in the match, 41 over Norm Duke.
Powerful strike on lane 33.
And Chris Barnes continues to pour it on over Norm Duke in Oregon. Welcome back to Portland and the PBA Oregon Open. Well, presently, Norm Duke well behind Chris Barnes, 41 pins down. Well, these 4 bowlers have automatically qualified for the match play portion of the AC Delco All-Star Classic at the end of the Spring-Summer Tour here on CBS. And you see, Marshall, a great lineup of bowlers. Today's winner will also join that group.
And Steve Hoskins, he opened up a spot by winning the Touring Players Championship for another bowler into match play. Right now, these players worrying about trying to win here in Portland, Oregon.
And speaking of match play, good week for Norm Duke in match play.
Got to hurry.
Just got it.
Now that's what Norm Duke needed on lane 34. Shot looked like it got off his hand pretty quick. The result was exactly what he wanted. And Gary, he can get it to a 21-pin deficit if he strikes here in the 7th frame, and that'll put a lot of heat on Chris Barnes.
Norm Duke has been there many times before.
Well, he's certainly not out of this match now. Barnes opened up the door by not striking in the 5th frame as Norm Duke playing. Look how far to the right that ball goes. That's on the 2 board going down the lane. Just barely knocks out the 10-pin. Said, yeah, I'm back in this match.
And Norm feels he has done so well here at Hollywood Bowl because he is a great outside line player. And Barnes comes right back. Well, Chris Barnes having a great year in many categories, including pin average leaders right now, just behind Parker Bone III and Jason Couch with an average just under 225, Marshall.
Those are big scores. Very big.
Right now, 2 for Chris Barnes, 3 for Norm Duke, and of course, Duke in the position of trying to get himself back into the match, 31 pins down.
Barnes with the opportunity to make it 41. Ball looked like it was creeping a little bit high, Gary, but the 9-pin responded. It really looked like it was going to go a little bit left. Look at the concentration on Chris Barnes. He pumped up or what?
He is pumped up, and no PBA Rookie of the Year has ever come back to be named Player of the Year the next year. If Chris Barnes continues on a roll like he's having in '99, it's certainly a possibility.
For Norm Duke on lane 34, he's made 4 shots on this lane, 1 strike, and 3 ringing 10s, with the 6-pin going around the bottom of that 10-pin, just haunting Duke. Cannot believe it.
And the conversion for Duke in the 8th frame.
And for Chris Barnes, he's done 2 things very, very well today. Number 1, he's bowled great, and number 2, the breaks have gone his way.
42 out is Duke. 2 frames left.
227, the best Norm Duke can do, striking out in the 9th and 10th frame. You know he's not going to give up, Gary.
Struck in the right.
So Norm Duke picks up the strike in the 9th frame. And Barnes working on 3 right now. If he nails another one here, Marshall, does he put the nail in the coffin?
Strike here, and the tournament belongs to Chris Barnes. He knows it. Quality shot from a great young player, really making his mark on the Professional Bowlers Tour. The concentration, the shot making, and the reaction of a champion.
Barnes will stay on the approach and bowl on the 10th. Putting an exclamation point toward the end of this game with 2 more strikes. It'll be 279 as Duke applauds the great performance of Chris Barnes. Watch the high backswing, the good projection down the lane, and most importantly, the way the ball rolls end over end. Championship reaction. Barnes keeps on rolling, and Marshall, he's now strung together 6 consecutive strikes. Congratulations.
And once again, the tournament leader does not win.
And Chris Barnes, the winner of the 1999 PBA Oregon Open, he will finish it out, his 2nd career title. A happy Chris Barnes. Norm Duke. A tough day for him, but Chris Barnes, a happy man. And Norm Duke will finish out his game and again leaves the 10th.
Well, he's going to have nightmares on lane 34 with all the 10s he left. He really bowled a very good game. There's our champion, Chris Barnes. Sometimes in bowling, you make the good shots, but you don't quite get the carry. Could have possibly been a different ball, but it would have worked a little better for Norm. Different angles, the pockets. It's going to be a 2nd place finish for a man who's bowled great here in Portland over the years.
Well, Barnes finishes out with a 278. Another big performance from him.
Says maybe I should have thrown it down the middle the whole game.
And that'll do it for Norm Duke at 207. Chris Barnes, the winner of the 1999 PBA